easiest way to relocate abroad is by studies, or the most appropriate legal means that you can use to move abroad: by employment, by studies, by marriage. Hi, welcome. I am Theodora and I talk about real life experiences, personal development, grief support, and many other things. Today I'll be talking about 5 ways that you can use to relocate abroad. The first one, by employment. The second one, and the most easiest way to relocate abroad, is by studies. By studies, I mean studying at whatever level, whether it could be bachelor's level, master's level, or PhD level. These are the easiest ways you can easily relocate to Sweden, because during your study period you'll get different kinds of permits that can allow you to stay in Sweden. For instance, you could start with a temporary permit, and then after a certain period of years, maybe 4 years or so, you can be able to get a permanent residence permit that allows you to stay in Sweden. And then after a certain period of time, you can also be able to apply for citizenship. However, these are also there are several conditions that come with this, and also because of the new regulations, there are many laws that are in place. But with studies, you can easily relocate to Sweden. You get into contact with different nationals who can also connect you to different other countries. Yeah. So when you come to study, in Sweden or in Europe, make sure you make lots of friends so that they can be able to connect you to different companies or organizations that you can work in, and then you can secure your stay abroad. That is, if you're interested in staying abroad. The third one is also related to studies. It's by scholarship or fellowship. This can be for studies or could be for employment purposes also as well. This is common, let me say, in the school setting. Exchange programs. Exchange programs are available. All you need to do is to get in touch with your academic deans and get to know what opportunities are available at the university, so that you can be able maybe to have an exchange for a semester or so. There are possibilities, at least I know this, there is an exchange program for Makerere University. So please ask your deans, and then you can have an opportunity for exchange. When you come for this exchange, be very proactive, make contacts, so that even if you go back home, you can be able to come back. Another way to relocate abroad is by marriage. If you marry someone maybe from a country in Europe, it is easier for you to also relocate abroad or relocate here. For the case of Sweden, even cohabiting, it is allowed, but you'll have to prove that you have actually been living together, and in one way or the other you may have to present a marriage certificate or an equivalent of a marriage certificate, so that you can be able to move in with your partner. And also I want to emphasize that there are several scammers on these issues of moving abroad or seeking relocation, so be very careful, do background checks on them, and try to use the legal means to get to whatever country you want. And these few that I've listed are the basic or the most appropriate legal means that you can use to move abroad: by employment, by studies, by marriage. Make sure you use the legal means to relocate to whichever country you need to. For instance, in Europe here, or in Sweden, it's very difficult to have access to services like the bus, the hospitals, etc. if you are not legally in the country. You have to be legally in the country for one way or the other to be able to benefit from the services that you may need. And if they find you, maybe you are illegally there, you could easily face, you could be deported, or you could also pay fines and be deported at the same time. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you next time.